Today we will start next chapter, that is more on spreadsheet, and we are going to do the following topics. We will learn selecting cells, then entering special numbers, date and time, changing cell contents, using undo and redo, and we will learn inserting cells, columns and rows. Now we will learn some keys, or what combination of keys we will select to do some action on worksheet. Here we have I have created a table which consists of role, name, date of birth and class. Now the first one is how to select a row or column. Suppose I want to select this column, so what I will do, I will click on the column heading over here. So you can see that as soon as I click the column heading, this particular column has been selected. Similarly, you can see here when I click on this column heading, this entire column is selected. Similarly, if you want to select any particular row, suppose if you want to select this row, then click on this row heading and then entire row will be selected. Here you can see again I'm selecting this row heading, entire row will be selected. So this is how to select a row or column. The next is to select the entire worksheet. So suppose this is the work area of your worksheet and you want to select entire. So we will press Ctrl plus A button. So when I press this Ctrl plus A, then you can see that the entire worksheet, means whatever work you have done in the worksheet, have got selected. Then next is selecting adjacent rows and column. Adjacent row and column means those which are nearby. So this is adjacent row. Here this, when both the boundaries of a row or column, if they are attached, then they are called as adjacent row or column. So let's see how to do that. Suppose if I want to select this column and this column, so for that I will press shift button. First I will select the the column which I want to select, then I press on the shift button and I will drag the mouse. You can see that I am dragging the mouse and the entire all the columns here. Suppose if I want to select all the columns here, then all will be selected. So pressing shift button and dragging the mouse, you can select the adjacent row and column. Similarly, if you want to select the adjacent rows over here, so again press the shift button on your keyboard and drag your mouse. Here you can see as I am dragging the mouse, all the adjacent rows are selected. But suppose if you want to select non-adjacent rows. Now what are non-adjacent rows? These are those rows which are not sharing their boundaries, which are not nearby. So suppose if you want to select this column and this column, in that case you will have to press the Control key and then you will have to select the buttons, the rows or column which you want to select. So suppose if I want to select this row, now again I want to select this row, then I will press Control button on the keyboard and here you can see that adjacent non-adjacent columns are selected. So this is how we will select non-adjacent column. Similarly, if you want to select non-adjacent rows, suppose you want to select this and this one, last one, then again press the Control button. First you select this, now press the Control button and drag the mouse. So you can see that we have selected non-adjacent rows. So this can be useful if you want to copy and paste the data of non-adjacent cell to some other place. So this is how to select adjacent and non-adjacent rows and columns. Now suppose if you want to select a range of cell. A range of cell, first let me tell you what is a range. A range is a group of contiguous cell. Contiguous cell means which are lying next to each other. So here all these cells, these are contiguous cells. So how to select this contiguous cell? Just click on the first cell from where you want to do the selection and drag the mouse pointer up to the place where you want to select. Suppose if I want to select up to here, so I have dragged the mouse up to here. So this is how I'm selecting a range of cell, and you can see when I have selected, okay, so this is how we can select the range of cells. Then the next is to enter special numbers and to enter date and time. Now suppose I'm making one more column which will contain the telephone number of the students. So suppose you know that the STD code of the telephone numbers, it starts from 0. So if you write down over here 0, like STD code of Patna is 0612, so 0612 if I write down, and I write down a telephone number, suppose this is a telephone number. Now you can see that here I had written 0, 0612 2233, whatever is the phone number, suppose if you have provided this. Now as soon as I press enter, you can see that Excel has removed that 0. You can see I had written here 0, but as soon as I press enter, Excel has removed that 0. Now actually what Excel is doing here, Excel is thinking that 0 is not important. So to write such number which starts with 0, what we will do, we will first put a single apostrophe over here and then type 0. So this is the method. Now when you will press enter, you will see that that 0 is also there, it has not gone. So again I repeat, if you want to enter 0 in front of any number in a cell, so first you type apostrophe and then type 0. Whatever is the number, suppose this is a number. So you can see that Excel has not removed that 0, it is still there. Then next is to enter date and time. Now suppose sometimes what happens that when you are entering date and time, Excel will change the format. Now why this is happening? This is happening because the format of your cell is different. Now suppose in date of birth you want to take any other format. To do that, what you will do, you right click on the cell, go to format cells, then here you can click on number and then go to date. Here you have the date. Now the format which you want to choose, suppose if you want to choose like this, means if you want to put dash dash, or if you want to put slash, or you have many other formats are here like 14 March dash 12, whatever format you want you can choose from here and then click on OK. Then only you will be able to properly enter the date in your desired format. So this is how we can enter some special numbers, date and time in Excel. Then the next topic is changing cell contents. Now changing cell contents, so this can be done in two ways, that is replacing the cell contents, and we can use the edit mode. Now to explain that, first I will show you something. Like suppose if I'm entering a data over here, I'm entering one more record. Now as soon as when I was suppose here also I write down all the contents I'm writing. Let it be this copy and paste, I'm doing this. So when you are typing a data, here you can see that 3 buttons, or especially now I am dealing with this function button, I will deal with later on. I am dealing with these 2 buttons, X and this is cross and this is correct. Means if you think that no, this is wrong, then instead of deleting the entire or pressing backspace, here you can put click on this cross button. So as soon as you click the cross button, you can see that data have gone. So I'm typing now. When I'm typing here, and if you think that this data is okay, then you click on this tick button, and then you can see that Excel has accepted that data. Now we were doing that how to replace a cell content. So suppose if you want to replace this cell content, if you think that no, the name is wrong, then you click on this data over here and put the whatever data you think that that is correct. So when you type over here, you can see that Excel has removed that previous data and new data has been entered over here. Then you have one more method, that is using edit mode. Using edit mode, to do that, what we will do, first you select the cell where you want to edit the data. Suppose I want to select do editing over here. Then you double click over here. When you double click over here, you can see that the mouse pointer is pointing over here. So from here you can remove the data, or you can go to here, you can go to this formula bar also. So suppose if I selected this Aman, I can go to this formula bar, and whatever changes I want, I can do from here also. So these are the two methods from where you can change the cell contents. Now when you type, when you will type in Excel, suppose after you have typed something, you think that no, something more has needs to be added over here. For instance, suppose we take the name here. Suppose the student's name has a surname also. So to add something text over here, what we will do, we select the cell and then press on the F2 button. So when I pressed F2 button, you can see that the mouse pointer is pointing at the end of the text. Now here you can insert something else. Similarly here, suppose if I want to add something more, then press F2. You can see that the mouse pointer is pointing, blinking at the end of the text, and you can enter the text here. So this is how you can do inserting of data. You can edit the data which you have entered in Excel. Now you have two important things, that is undo and redo features. Hope you all know about what is undo and what is redo. So suppose if I have typed something here, I have done some changes over here, and I want to undo, means I want to go back. So I will press Ctrl plus Z button. So whatever the recent change which we have done, that will be removed. But suppose if you later realize no, this is right, so again what we will do, we will press on the redo button, and the shortcut key for that is Ctrl plus Y. So again you can see that this has appeared over here. So we have this undo and redo button here also. This is called as the quick access toolbar. If you press on this, you can see that it will be undo, it has gone. But later on, if you realize no, that whatever you have done, that is correct, so that can be again reverted back, and for this we press this redo button. So when we press redo button, you can see that again the data has appeared. The next topic which we will study is inserting cells, columns and rows. Now how to insert cells. Suppose if you're here, you want to insert cell. So what for that what you will do, you select the cell where you want to insert. But before inserting, before explaining this, I'm going to explain what is cell. This closed area which is formed by intersection of column and row, this is called as a cell. Here this is a cell. So if you want to insert a cell over here, so what you will do, you select the cell over here, right click and then go to insert. Now here you can see shift cells right, shift cells down. This two option you have. Suppose if you want to insert a cell, then you select over here this like this and click OK. Here you can see that one cell has been selected. Now there is one difference between inserting a complete cell and row and column. Here you can see that only a single cell has been inserted, but if you select, here we have insert row and column, then you will see that entire row and column will be inserted. So let me show you this. So this is inserting cell. You can just make out what is the difference. I'm again reverting back. Suppose here you think that no one cell is required. So what you will do, you right click over there and click on insert, and here you have shift cells right or you have shift cells down. These two options you have for inserting cell, and click on OK. Here you can see that class has been shifted to next column and one cell has been inserted over here. Now we have inserting complete row and column. Suppose here you think that one column is required. So right click over here, click on insert and entire column. Here you can see one column has been inserted. Similarly, if you want to insert a row over here, click here, insert, and then you can see that one row has been selected. So inserted. So this is how we can insert a cell, row and column. Now we have some shortcut keys which I want to tell you how to insert some shortcut keys. Suppose you want to minimize the worksheet. So what is the shortcut key for that? Control plus F9. Here you can see that when I pressed on Control plus F9, your worksheet got minimized. And when I will press again Control plus F10, your worksheet will be again maximized. So this is how we can do minimize and maximize of worksheet. Then here we have I have made one table to keep a record of all the shortcut keys over here. So first one is Control plus Shift plus 7. This is used to apply outline border. Again I will show you some of the shortcut keys. Then F8 to extend selection mode. This also I'm going to show you what is F8. Then we have F4. This you can do at home, that is to repeat the last command. F2 I have shown, that is how to edit cell contents. Control plus Z, then Control plus Y, this is for undo and redo. Then we have Control plus F9 and Control plus F10 to minimize and maximize worksheet. Then we have Control plus A, that is to select entire worksheet. So we have almost done all the shortcut keys, only these two are left. So I'm going to show you these ones, these shortcut keys, how they will work. Button, and you can see